Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch out. Tight end right. 6'6", pull it high. 40, 25. Hey, Alpha. 25.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, exit. 58 to Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Here we go. Waiting. I got him.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Giants nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today. 58, Delta.
58, boy, 58, Mike. Switch up. Kill. He's checking. Crash.
Snap comes at 1. Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, it's kind of interesting when you think about Eli Manning and what he's done in his career against the Eagles, because it's one of the teams that he struggled the most with. Just 10-20 in 30 career games head-to-head, including 2 losses last year in 2018, with the Giants losing both in Week 6 and Week 12 to Philadelphia. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Manning. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin Wright. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Joe Mixon. And an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Manning. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a 1st down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
36 to Mike. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And that'll set him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
Night, sweetheart.
Steve Griffin.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Let's go now. 15, line it. 15 line.
Now on 2nd and 16. Manning. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get in that hole.
To throw is Manning. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. It's our field. It's our field.
Manning going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Shut up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Manning now to throw. And Latimer's got it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Ready, break.
Mike's 56. Watch the run.
Check. Protein spill. Hey, Echo. Ready.
Now Manning. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep 82. Hey, wahoo!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Bravo!
Give me some. Here we go. Check, 93's the mic.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
58, Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Go. Go.
Get.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. In his own end zone, it's Manning. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk. With him this week, he was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
60 outlaw.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
30 base.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Go. Now.
Throwing again. Manning. He's going to sling this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Kelly. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first down, it's Kelly. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check.
Fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they're running the jet sweep. This is Jeffrey. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
60-yard.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in Q3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey, exit.
You got 4 down. Line 36. Line 36.
Watch the run. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Here we go.
Now.
Manning. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st and 10, Kelly. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the draw, here's Sanders. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And he connects with Ertz. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now Manning. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
58, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. On the ball. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
93's the mic. Hey,
Go.
From just shy of midfield, Kelly, he's going to rifle. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
3 down.
Big grip.
Here's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Eagles 41, Giants 6. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
On the ready.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hit it.
Working from the gun, Manning throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Safe. Switch.
Manning will try again on second down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Sponge. No.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. And Ingram hauls it in. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
Check. Fresno.
Manning now on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Manning now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Check three.
Ready.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Man out.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Get it.
Throwing now is Manning. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, past the 20, and he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 77 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Got it.
At the 17-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Big grip.
Another run with Sanders. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the edge.
Topper. Hey, seam 6.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Kelly. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, Kelly. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Shotgun now for Manning. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, wahoo!
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Let's go, D.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You're not ready.
Bravo.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Ready?
From the gun, it's Manning. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Set. 90, Wolf. Hey, high 7.
56. Mike, 56.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Let's go one more. Switch. Switch. Switch.
Hey, Charlie. Light.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Let's go.
Now Manning again. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Go.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I don't think you got it, son.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 5.
Manning now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2.
54. Watch the twist.
Under 10. 10. X3. 218. Chopper.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Manning to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.